Oh, a quick little side note is something to add to your toolbox or your spare parts box is always carry with you a spare drain plug. These little plastic plugs, they're prone for leaking over time. And this one is starting to leak on me even though it's fully tight. I believe that's actually a backup safety feature, another fail safe in case the thermostat was to fail and the pop-off valve failed. At a certain temperature, these melt and will allow the pressure to bleed off. So don't think you're being cute by replacing it with a brass plug. So go back with the plastic plug for keep your safety stuff working like it's supposed to. So anyway, don't see a part number on it, but this is for Atwood. And oh, by the way, Atwood is now owned by Dometic. So you may, when you do searching, it may come up as a Dometic part. Okay, something else to add to your spare parts list. These are little drain plugs. Now this is an Atwood, which I just recently found out Atwood has been bought out by Dometic. So I always keep me a spare just in case. And it's a good thing I did because now it's leaking. They're just plastic, and I believe this is a backup safety device in case your thermostat fails and the pop-off valve fails, and before anything blows up, if it gets too hot, these plastic pieces are designed to melt at a certain temperature and allow the pressure to come off. So don't try to get fancy and replace it with a brass plug or something other. That may come back to haunt you. I don't see a part number. So I'll be using this one, but then I'll order me some spares, keep them on hand. Just another tip for you. Well, I noticed a drip on my water heater drain plug. So I said, well, that's no problem because like any good RVer, I always keep a spare. So I'll just pull it out and replace it. But as I pulled it out, I only got out half a drain plug. So now it's my issue today is getting the other half out. And so I've got me a hacksaw blade because I'm at a campground with limited tools. So I've got me a hacksaw blade and I was able to get it wiggled in there and get it started. And you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna slowly slice on it. And then because you got to be careful, if you start hearing it hit the metal, you need to stop. You just need to stay into the plastic. So I'm going to sit here and whittle on this for a minute or two and see if I can be successful at getting this thing out. Okay, I'm going MacGyver on this thing. Can't find a tool that I need, so I'm going to try to make one. I found this in my junk drawer, but I'm going to flatten it out and try to make me an extraction tool. I suspect I'm going to need 2 hands to finish this job. Okay, well here is my homemade extraction tool. And remember, I took my hacksaw and made me 2 little slices in there. So let's get that put in there. Okay, I'll get some needle nose on it. Oh, she goes, it's tight, but it's turning. Come on, baby, keep turning, don't strip out on me. I think we're gonna make it. Almost. Little more. I'm gonna add to my toolbox a big wide screwdriver. If I had a big wide screwdriver, maybe could have used that, but I do not have one. But this is working. Of course, I know I could have just sliced it and took a screwdriver and punched it inside, but I didn't want it rattling around in the tank. I wanted to get it out. All right, it's getting easier now. There we go. That water's still hot too. There it is. Extracted. How you like that? So now, where's my new one at? There we go. So I got my new one. I'm gonna put me on a bunch of good tape on that, install it, then order me some more to have backups. So let's try to get this done and stop this from leaking. Okay, you see I've jumped online here. I've got me another pack of 2 of these Atwood drain plugs on the way. And this is the OEM replacement part. There are some Camcos, some other different brands, some cheaper ones, but I wouldn't suggest that. Looking at the reviews, they're prone for leaking. So I think this would be the way to go. In fact, I looked at my history. I bought these back in 2014, and they lasted a good long time. So something good to keep in your toolbox just in case. And I may have mentioned in the video, I can't remember for sure, I may have mentioned, I may have said a 3/4 drain plug. They're not 3/4, they're 1/2 inch. Because remember, when you're dealing with plumbing, you measure from the inside of the pipe here, not the outside of the threads. If you measure the outside, it may look like 3/4, and you may accidentally order a 3/4 plug. But in plumbing, you want to deal with the inner diameter of the drain pipe, which is 1/2 inch. So get you some of those in your toolbox so you'll be ready. So in the past, this thing has always given me trouble about leaking. And I remember something like the last time I used pipe dope on it to get it to seal. But I don't have no pipe dope with me. I just got Teflon tape, so I'm gonna do the Teflon tape. I went pretty heavy on the backs, on the back threads here. Hopefully I can get a good seal. And just so you know, it's a goofy size socket that this thing takes. So that's something you want to make sure you have in your toolbox. What is it? Well, that's not a socket. There it is. Yeah, 15/16. So that's something you want to be sure you have in your toolbox in case you ever have to deal with this. Alright. Not all the way yet, but it's getting pretty snug. I've got that extra Teflon tape on there, making it pretty tight. Alright, I'm going to stop there. It hasn't bottomed out yet, but I'm going to see if it will seal at that point. So just kick the water on and turn on the electric heating element, and we'll see if it holds. Well, it's been 24 hours later, and you can see I got no drips. Everything's good shape. And so, like I said earlier, I went ahead and got me another drain plug on order on the way. And I'm just going to leave my little MacGyver tool in here. You never know when I might need that in the future. So anyhow, if that happens to you, now you know what to do. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.